I had to play this video. It is to me personally, it is a serious video. It is a very serious issue that has been going on for quite some time now. On top of the fact that there are documentations of how effing dangerous this is to do. So I'm gonna play the story. I'm gonna let Theus and Anna talk, and then I want to talk because the funny thing about it is we've been doing this show for so long now. We actually can talk from our experience being on this show. The title is Wife Put Children on YouTube.
My wife wants to be an influencer on TikTok and YouTube. She's been creating mommy content and content about her day-to-day life. When she told me this is something she wanted to do, I didn't have a problem with it, and I only said that I don't want our children, a 4-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl, in any of her content. I didn't monitor her channel because it didn't really seem necessary. I recently watched her channel because I thought that it would be cute to see what she does in her day-to-day life. I found our kids' faces in almost all of her content. I told her straight up that she needs to remove all of her content. She said she knew that I wouldn't agree, but she doesn't think this is a big deal. I do not like children-based content. I feel like a lot of the time when you see that kids make profit, they become less of your kids and more of a product. Your interactions with them become more performative, and I can see the same thing has happened with my wife. Because she posted a video of her getting our 2-year-old out of a tantrum and how she deals with it. But how is your first instinct to record and hold a camera while your baby is crying? She started crying, saying that she built this up and this is her dream, and deleting her content will ruin it, and I said that I simply don't give an F. If you don't delete it, I'll consider divorce. I know a lot of people have children on social media, and I don't mind an Instagram or Facebook post, but to make videos seems too intimate to share. She told her friends and even hinted on her social media accounts that she has an over-controlling and narcissistic husband who doesn't want her on social media. I'm currently being ridiculed by her friends. Am I being over-controlling or narcissistic?
I'm gonna let y'all go first because I got a rant, and so y'all go ahead.
Dad is right.
That is right.
Now, where the problem comes in is Dad gave it as an order and not as a discussion, because those are her kids too. So when you give someone an order and they feel like they're being dictated to, they will find a way to work around you. So I think Dad is right because the mom proved his point, because he was like, get rid of all the content that has the kids in it, all of it. I want it all gone. That will ruin what I'm building. Proof that your success hinges on the children, which was my entire point, that the children end up becoming a part of your show as much as they are your children. And that creates a conflict, because what happens when you put out a couple of episodes where the children are not there, you get low views or low engagement. But then when the kids are there, you get high views and high engagement. You will then make sure the kids are there more often, because now you're feeding the business, which means you've reprioritized, right? So that can really, in my view, only really be conveyed effectively in a conversation, and it will be contentious, and you'll probably have to have multiples, because you're going to get mad at each other multiple times. But that's the only way you're going to get to this thing. And if she's decided that, hey, forget you, I don't care, I'm going to speak on two sides here. If she gets to that point where she's like, forget you, I don't care, it's because you basically told her in the beginning, forget you, I don't care. So turnabout is fair play. And then on the other hand, it doesn't matter if that's how it went down. You know, I'm always about, you do something, things react, right? So you push the edict on her, this is how she chose to react. You now have come to awareness, you told her what needed to be done, she chose how she was going to react. Ball's back in your court. You feel like divorce is the way to go? That's what you got to do, bro. But understand this, that won't stop the videos
Right.
because now you're not even there.
Mhm.
So it's a really tough spot to be in. But for me, it all comes down to really bad communication between partners.
Okay, Anna.
Same kind of, yeah, there should have been better communication. Like I actually like a couple of, I guess, mommy accounts, but they very specifically do not put their children, their young children, who cannot consent to this. They cannot understand the reach, and like this one lady, only when I think her older daughter turned 15 did, and when she started to show a little bit of interest, did she start to include her. Like when I take videos and my nephew is around, you can be sure I am not putting his face on anything that's going to go public. So I'm concerned about a whole bunch of, kids going to grow up on social media, and the entire business transaction that was talked about, that your parenting becomes a show. And like the good ones, they really, to me, want to share the little bits of wisdom that they've learned along the way. They maybe think this doesn't get out enough to people. But do you know how much child content is looked at by people who are looking sexually? That was all the thought I needed to, and of course, I talked with my brother, I talked with my sister-in-law, and everybody was in agreement that we didn't want him anywhere close. Too many dangers.
Okay, here's my deal, and I'm gonna go backwards to go forward.